Shabbat Shalom, everyone, and welcome to the temple. Hopefully, we will all have a wonderful Shabbat, and I would like to invite you to follow the service using the link that has the prayer book at the bottom of our YouTube link, or just enjoy the music and the beautiful words of our service. We begin singing together, Ma Yafeh Hayom Shabbat Shalom. How beautiful the day is, it is Shabbat.
Shabbat Shalom, Ma Yafeh Hayom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom.
We turn now to page 2 for the blessing over the candles and the blessing over the fruit of the vine. It is my honor to invite Micah Daniels Golden and Matt Golden and their beautiful family to lead us over the blessing of the candles and the fruit of the vine. Matt happens to chair our adult education committee, and he would like to share with you a wonderful program that is planned for this Sunday. Please.
Thank you, Rabbi David. This Sunday at 2, the Temple's Adult Education Committee will be continuing our monthly Zoom series examining race, justice, and the community. Our goal with this series is to focus on specific areas we can learn more and practice our repair of the world. We've had discussions so far on policing, fair housing, and racial justice. And this Sunday, we're going to discuss transportation here in Louisville with our guest speakers, Laura Douglas and Margaret Handmaker. Laura and Margaret just completed their roles as the interim co-executive directors for the Transit Authority of River City. We're very excited for this discussion, and we hope you can join us. Again, it's this Sunday at 2. For more information about our speakers and to register for our Zoom call, please visit or click on the link in your YouTube or Facebook description. And now, let's start Shabbat.
Oh, seriously? Fancy matches.
Baruch atah.
Wait, they're not late. Be patient. Okay.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam.
Asher kishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot and commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kirshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lihadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri kagafe. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, ruler of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Amen.
Thank you for the Golden Family, and we turn now to page 20 as we sing together Lecha Dodi, welcoming the Sabbath bride.
Thank you, Benji.
Lecha Dodi, likrot kala, b'nei Shabbat, nikabla. Lecha Dodi, likrot kala, b'nei Shabbat, nikabla. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom u'mivorach. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom u'mivorach.
And we rise as we turn to page 28 for the Berlow.
Baruchu et Adonai, hamivorach, Baruch Adonai, hamivorach, le'olam va'ed. Praised be the one to whom our praise is due. Praised be the one to whom our praise is due. Praised be the one to whom our praise is due, now and forever. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya 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 la 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 la, ya la 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 la.
Blessed are you, Adonai our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tzvaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. Baruch atah Adonai Ama'ariv Aravim. We turn to page 34 for the calling of the Shema.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu ברוך שם כבוד מלכותו, לעולם ועד. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. And these words which I command you on this day shall be in your heart, shall be in your heart. Teach them faithfully unto your children. Speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, when you lie down, and when you rise. Bind them for a sign upon your hand, that they may be a symbol between your eyes. Write them on the doorposts of your house, and upon your gates, and upon your gates. Teach them faithfully unto your children. Speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, when you lie down, and when you rise, and when you rise.
As our ancestors were crossing the Sea of Reeds in dry land, they were singing this song of faith and hope in Adonai our God. We sing it now as we turn to page 40 to sing together Mi Chamocha.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות, אוסף אלה, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש.
Give us a place to rest, Adonai our God. Bring us into shelter in the soft, long evening shadows of your truth. For with you are true protection and safety, and in your presence are acceptance and gentle love. Watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Spread over us your shelter of peace, over all we love, over our Jerusalem and yours. Baruch atah Adonai, הפורש סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל, ועל ירושלים.
במלכותך, שומרי, שומרי, שומרי שבת, וקורא עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי, שומרי, שומרי שבת, וקורא עונג שבת. Mikarishi Shabbat, kulam yisbiu, v'yitangu mituveka Shabbat. Yismeku v'malikutecha, Shamri, Shamri, Shamri Shabbat, Ikore Anek Shabbat. Ismiku v'malekutecha, Shamri, Shamri, Shamri Shabbat, Ikore Anek Shabbat. V'hashvi ratzita bo, רצית בו וקידשת שבת, חמדת ימים, אותו קראת שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שמרי, שמרי, שמרי שבת, וקורא עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שמרי, שמרי, שמרי שבת, וקורא עונג שבת. זכיר למעשי, למעשי בראשית שבת. זכיר למעשי, למעשי בראשית שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שמרי, שמרי, שמרי שבת, וקורא עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שמרי, שמרי, שמרי שבת, וקורא עונג שבת.
And we rise as we turn to page 46 for the tefillah.
Ananananananana Adonai, Anananananana Sfatai Tiftav, Anananananana Ufi Agid, Ufi Agid Tehilatecha, Anananananana Adonai, Anananananana Sfatai Tiftav, Anananananana Ufi Agid, Ufi Agid Tehilatecha, Anananananana Adonai, Anananananana Sfatai Tiftav, Anananananana Ufi Agid,
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו ואמותינו, אלוהי אברהם, אלוהי יצחק ואלוהי יעקב, אלוהי שרה, אלוהי רבקה, אלוהי רחל ואלוהי לאה, האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, God of our fathers and mothers, God of Abraham, God of Isaac, and God of Jacob, God of Sarah, God of Rebekah, God of Rachel, and God of Leah, the great, mighty, and awesome God, transcendent God, who bestows loving kindness, creates everything out of love, remembers the love of our fathers and mothers, and brings redemption to their children's children for the sake of the divine name. Sovereign deliverer, helper, and shield, blessed are you, Adonai, Sarah's helper, Abraham's shield, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah. You are forever mighty, Adonai. You give life to all. You cause the wind to shift and rain to fall. You sustain life through love, giving life to all. For great compassion, supporting the fallen, healing the sick, freeing the captive, keeping faith with those who sleep in the dust. Who is like you, source of mighty acts? Who resembles you, a sovereign who takes and gives life, causing deliverance to spring up and faithfully giving life to all? Blessed are you, Adonai, who gives life to all. Baruch atah Adonai, mechayei hakol. You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. Please be seated as we turn to page 61. Grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country as a safeguard of peace, its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within our borders, health and happiness within our homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship and fellowship among all the inhabitants of every land. Plant virtue in every soul, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Praised are you, Eternal One, who blesses our people with peace. Baruch atah Adonai, המברך את עמו ישראל בשלום.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech Adon lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech Adon lechol hashalom. V'tov einecha levarech et amcha Yisrael bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. ברוך אתה אדוני עושה השלום.
We all need healing and strength and courage in our lives, in the life of everyone that is dear to us. The Misha Berach on page 253 is a call for courage and strength and healing in our lives.
And let us say, Amen. Misheberach imotenu mikor habracha lavotinu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. We have a great Torah portion this Shabbat. Our Torah portion fits exactly the time of year that we're at as Jews here in America. We just celebrated Thanksgiving, that is all about giving thanks to all the blessings that we have in our life, seeing the part of the glass that is at least half full, if not more than half, and thanking God and thanking our families and friends for everything that we should be thankful and grateful. And then we're having next week my favorite holiday of the entire year, Hanukkah, which is such a warm and nice family holiday about light and miracles and courage. And again, we celebrate it with our families, with our friends, so we're in between those two events that are family-oriented and where we give thanks for what we have and what God has done for us. And in our Torah portion, we read about two things. One is returning home, coming back to where your origin is from, and the other is reconciliation in the family. It's the story about two twins, Esau and Jacob, our ancestor. They were fighting all the time. Actually, the Torah tells us that even in the womb of their mother, those two twin brothers were constantly fighting. And then Jacob tricks his brother and deceives him and steals away from him his birthright and his blessing. And Esau in return swears that he's going to kill Jacob, and he's serious about it, so Jacob has to run away. And for 20 years, Jacob is in the hiding, he's in exile, and now he's coming back. He doesn't really want to come back because there is no internet and there is no email, so he doesn't know if Esau has actually forgiven him. He doesn't know what he's facing. And he's scared, so scared, that he does those tricks of dividing his family. He has 4 wives. He has 11 sons, at least 1 daughter. So in his very Jacob way, he puts the children and the wives that he doesn't really like in front, and then in the back, so they're protected, he puts the wives that he cares more about and the children that he cares more about, and he's about to face Esau. And surprise, surprise, Esau runs towards Jacob, hugs him, kisses him, and then weeps. Apparently, Esau, who's a really nice guy, just missed Jacob and already forgave him a long time ago. This is all the grudges that were not relevant anymore. So we have this great moment of reconciliation, of returning home, that all your fears were actually met with such a joyous moment. And you would think that the Torah would stop there and that would be the happy end. But actually the Torah is taking us to a much deeper level. Jacob begs his brother Esau to give him gifts. Jacob still feels guilty that he stole the blessing and the birthright, so he's begging him time and again, takes those gifts. And Esau, who's a really decent fellow, is saying, I don't need that. I have plenty. Keep what is yours. I don't need that. And then Jacob says to him the following, I have seen your face, and I have seen God in your face. And this is why I want to give you all those gifts. And Jacob teaches us that even between two twin brothers, it's a very rare moment that you actually see the real person. All those years, Jacob just saw the brother that he was envy at, that he was jealous because he's the older brother, so he has the birthright, and he's the older brother, so he's going to get the better blessing from their father. And everything that Jacob thought of was, how do I get that? Because I want to be the one getting the birthright and the blessing. And normally in relationships, even between brothers, even between spouses, people that we really care about, you look at a person not as a person, but more of as an object. They're your wife or your husband or your doctor or your nurse or your lawyer or maybe even your rabbi or your teacher or the person that fixes things for you, but you don't see the person there. And Jacob teaches us that when we actually look at the person, when we look beyond the role that that person plays as an object in our lives, when we look deep down, we encounter the divine. That the only way really to find the presence of the divine in our lives is vis-a-vis our encounters with other people, when we actually look at them and see them as human beings. Shabbat Shalom. Our anthem tonight is Al Shlosha Devarim.
על שלושה דברים העולם קיים. 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 על האמת ועל הדין ועל השלום, על האמת ועל הדין ועל השלום, על שלושה דברים העולם קיים.
We turn now to page 283 and we rise for the Aleinu. We read together, "Let us adore the ever-living God and render praise unto you, who spreads out the heavens and established the earth, whose glory is revealed in the heavens above, and whose greatness is manifest throughout the world. You are our God, there is none else."
ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Please be seated. Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people, whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation, whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. On this Shabbat, we remember especially Lani Nafusi, Marianne Morgulin, John A. D'Angelo, Richard Bernson, Bessie Younger, H. Brent Bass, David Ben-Gurion, Selma Smith, Alex Diamond, David Sag, Elizabeth Catching-Betts, Ruth Grodsky, Robert D. Grogrio, A. Berkowitz, Violet Flegel, Carolyn Ensign, David Kreitzer, Jane Knipp, Stacy Rosenbaum, Jerome D. Berman, Immanuel Weinstock, Leopold Fleischaker, Hyman Rothman, Jean N. Backrack, Philip Friedman, Rhoda Henry, Lynn Briner, Leslie Henry, Elizabeth D. Myers, James Goodman, Harvey Schwartz, Emory Strauss, Catherine King, Donald Sarno, Meyer Siegel, Peggy Vine, Anthony Handmaker, Anatoly Dubernitsky, Lynn Ray Goldstein, Richard Bronner, Irvin S. Rosenbaum, Sylvia Ruby, Henry Sabes, Clara Tachman, Barbara Bloom Curson, Jessica Morrison, Jane Goldstein, Stuart Flexner, Evelyn F. Kagan. We think of our loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died at this season in years past, and those whom we have drawn into our hearts with our own. And with the blessed memories from our loved ones in our hearts, we rise as we turn to page 294 for the Mourner's Kaddish. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהא שמי רבה, מברך לעלם ולעולמי עלמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו, לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהא שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום, עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. Zichronam livracha, may the memory of our loved ones come to be a blessing and a benediction to us all. Our last song is Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. It's on page 353, asking God to bring peace in our time to all humanity.
Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam Shalom. Salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam Shalom. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam Shalom. Salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam Shalom. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam.
יהי רצון מלפניך, אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אמותינו, שתוליכנו לשלום ותשמחנו לשלום. May it be your will, Adonai our God and God of our ancestors, that we be guided on the paths of shalom, of wholeness and well-being and peace, and that you protect us from all harm and evil on our way. Bless the work of our hands, and grant us grace, loving kindness, and compassion in your eyes, in the eyes of everyone that sees us. Adonai Shalom, bless us with a Shabbat of Shalom. Shalom to our bodies, Shalom to our minds, Shalom to our souls. Shabbat Shalom.
Amen, amen. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.